Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everybody? How we doing? How's everybody doing this evening? What's up, Tenor? What's up, Kyle? Who else is here? Chompy, Warriors Loves, Deza. How we doing, guys? Looks like it's a slow start to the day. We've kind of been range bound all day. We just broke out to the top side. I haven't been at the charts really since, I don't know, that 100-point range we were in earlier. So since about 11 a.m. my time. So this is the first time I'm getting back to the charts. What's up, Menu? How are you? Yeah, thanks for the DM the other day. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, moving forward, there's not going to be many Globex streams. So I apologize to everybody that was tuned in during Globex that's here. The Globex space has just become far too crowded. And honestly, the better trading, I think, or at least my better trading, is during RTH anyway. So despite the analytics, they're not much worse than what Globex was producing recently. So we're just going to ride it out for RTH streams for a little while. So hopefully you guys don't mind. It'll be good for me as far as getting back on somewhat of a normal schedule. Like I said before, I found myself working 18, sometimes 20-hour days, getting very little sleep. And it was taking its toll on both my mental and physical health. So I got to do what's best for me and go just fit streaming into my schedule. I'd also like to be what's up, Teo? I'd also like to concentrate on getting more long form content out, and there just wasn't the time to do everything that I want to do. Life is too short to just sit there and grind yourself working to death. You got to have time to enjoy parts of life as well. So getting back into a workout regimen and fitting streaming into my trading / lifestyle timeline is crucial. So I think you'll see a happier Wes. I think you'll see a more in tune with the markets Wes. Yeah, so I have to make some changes. We've been working on a lot of the back end stuff as far as getting our indicator suite and trading terminal and everything up and going as well. So there's that's going on in the background too. Going through a kitchen renovation right now as well on top of everything. So streaming's going to be kind of taking a backseat for the meantime. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much. But I got to prioritize some things over others. But yeah. I mean, perhaps if I was one of these channels that has 100,000 subs and was one of the big boys, I would prioritize that. But I'm not one of those big boy channels. So, or big girl channels for that matter. So I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah, and hopefully you guys understand. So anyway, what we're looking at here on the Nasdaq, now that we got all that stuff out of the way, on the Nasdaq, we're trading all-time highs. We're above the overnight highs right now, trading just above it. If we crack back below overnight highs, I'm not opposed to riding a short back down into that like 250 area, or trying a short back down in that 250 area. But ideally what I'd like to see is a retest of 380. Retest of 380. Bounce back up, buyers to try and push this back above overnight highs. And try the short from there. The only other short that I see would be a sweep above the opening range in IBH up here at 29,440-ish. And for sellers to step in there aggressively to defend with a strong move back under opening range high. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. We're working on a range day, so we're going to anticipate range. We do have orders on the DOM still up there at that 500, 480, and 500 level. If we do get back above opening range high and start holding above, I'm not opposed to a long from there either. So really, this is going to be your area of interest right here in this 440 to 450 area. The move to the top side is going to be probably tight trailing up into that 500. The short side, I'll give a little bit of room to breathe. I am going to trade micros just because I don't feel like I'm seeing the market that well today. I am up $135 on this funded account that I'm going to trade, but it should be a lot more. I let a trade come like, I don't know, over 100 points back on me this morning and only locked in $25 on that trade. And then I tried the short again and couldn't realize the full potential of the move down because of, well, really because it was this move that I caught. It was this move that I caught, but I took it off at like just below 340. But I tried the 400 short twice. This is when it came back on me, and then I tried this one. I couldn't hold it all the way through though. But welcome everybody. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. We are live on Kick and Twitch if you prefer viewing on those platforms as well. We are still trying to grow those platforms. So if you haven't followed us on Kick or Twitch yet, give us a follow on Kick or Twitch. I'd appreciate it. Chat's really quiet today. You guys must be actively trying to trade this. What's up, dog? How are ya? Long time no see. But yeah, I'll be watching that overnight high there just above 400 and the opening range high. Those are going to be the two areas where I want to kind of execute from. We'll have to watch what's going on as far as aggressive sellers are concerned. That's really what I'm going to be watching, is to see if we have some aggressive sellers step up here at either one of these two levels. Like I said, if we can get back below that overnight high and start holding below there, I think the move down could be somewhat aggressive this afternoon. I feel like there's aggressive sellers present. Let's see if we can get that move down to those mid 380s, bounce back up and hold below this overnight high. Then I would be interested in that short side position. But that's the move I'm going to have to see. I'm going to have to see PDH try to hold. I'm kind of toying around with the settings as far as this supply demand indicator is concerned as well. So you're going to see levels pop up and flash because it's generating it based on how many tests of a certain level there are. This is the lowest time frame possible. So these are 1 minute levels. So my confidence in them is not that high. I definitely prefer the 1 hour and the 4 hour levels that generate. So we'll keep an eye on this. All right, so there's that PDH test. Let's see if we pop back up towards overnight highs and hold below. And then I will be, I'll probably try a short. Tentatively. We'll get a micro order out there for now. Let's see if we can get that move back up. Oh, Dog of Wall Street. What do I have on a 50K new funded? It depends on the rules. So like, if you have consistency tight end, I generally try to keep it around that 1,000 to 1,500 mark as far as my profit target. Daily loss limit is normally no more than $400 on a new 50K. And I'm only trading micros at the beginning of those 50Ks until you build up, and really until you're past the buffer. I know what you see in social media, guys. You can't trade like that. Like, you just, what is portrayed and what those guys are able to do. Yeah, dog, and honestly, even less than that. Normally, starting out, I'm like 3 micros. Like, no more than 3 micros. And that's just me. That's how I approach things. You know, in those first few trades, I'm never risking more than $100 on the trade itself. Oh, is that really going to miss me? Come on, come back up. Yeah, to trade a mini, like, you have to approach those 50Ks like they're a $2,000 account, right? Like, are you really ever going to risk a mini on a $2,000 personal account? You know, like, that's kind of how you have to approach it. I know what you see on social media. I know you see the influencers all trading minis. They're in an entirely different situation than the majority of us, right? They have affiliate money rolling in. They got free accounts. They can take on the risk of a mini and not really care too much about it. And most of them aren't telling you the whole story. A lot of them are on funded account 300, 400, 500, sometimes more than that. That's unprofitable trading, right? Yes, they might be getting more in payouts than they've sunk into the cost. But each of those 50K accounts is virtually a $2,000 account, right? All right. We're in 1 micro short right now, guys. We're in 1 micro short. Let's see if we can get this sell-off down towards 330. If we come down here and test these lows, I'll probably go break even. I'm going to let this breathe a little bit. I'm not going to put a stop in just yet. My stop will be above, really above 450. Hopefully we can find some sellers here, some profit takers, and we can get that move back towards the lows of the day. I'd like to see us put in a red candle on the daily. Daily chart kind of looks like this right now. I'd like to see us pull back towards that 29.1 to be fair. Eventually. Whether we get that move today or not, I don't know. CPI tomorrow as well. So Mason's asking if I can see the kick chat. No, I can't see the kick chat. Here, let me try refreshing this multi-chat real quick. If not, I'll have to pull the kick stream up on my phone. It's kind of a passive buyer sitting there at prior day high, holding it up right now. I'm hoping that sellers can push through there eventually. We do have orders a little bit below. Down into 300 again. So I'm going to hang in there on this. We'll just target that RTH open for now. Price just kind of chopping right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my multi-stream chat right now. I can't see the kick chat. Let me try to pull it up on my phone. So sorry if you're messaging in the kick chat. I can't see it. Okay, I see you, Martin. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on my end. So you guys can see the kick chat on the chat box, but in my multi-stream chat, it's showing absolutely nothing. I can see YouTube. This is what my multi-stream chat looks like, guys. For reference. I see nothing. I don't necessarily love us holding previous day high there. Let's hope sellers can step back in and push this down. All right. What's up, Abu? How are you? All right, are we going to make that run towards 500 is the question. That's where the big orders are stacked. I'm not a huge fan of that. There's not much below anymore. I was kind of hoping we would get the hard flush there through PDH, and it didn't really happen. So I kind of got to be careful. Yeah, thanks, American Pride. What's up, Mr. Games Paradise? Never see me on it this time? Yeah, we started streaming RTH last week. We're going to be doing more RTH sessions than we are Globex moving forward. All right, it looks like we're heading back towards that 440, 450 area. Slowly. I probably need to think about killing this for a small loss. Yeah, American Pride, that's what it's looking like. Buyers are just in control still. New highs, I'll be out. it's so hard to short this market these days. I shouldn't even be trying to short. To be perfectly honest, I should have just stuck to my guns and said, hey, until we're back below a prior day low, don't even think about it. Like longs only. I mean, buyers are just stepping in. Yeah, we're going to kill this. It's going to sweep those highs at a minimum. So we'll take that. What was that? A $40 loss? Yeah, me too, Albu. I shut it down earlier. I shut it down way earlier, but when I came back, we were we were trading up around here. There's still interest to the top side too, guys. There's big order sitting at 500. Above that, looks like 650. There's an order sitting at as well. And with CPI tomorrow, I just don't know. I don't know how much movement we're gonna have the rest of the day. You mean my earlier trades, Martin? Well, I wanted the long, right? Like I wanted the long actually down in from the key level that I had in the pre-market trading plan. But with the overnight action being that range bound, I figured we were going to get sweeps of both sides this morning. So when we got that initial move up, I figured we would get a pullback back into the range. So I was actually only shorting down into that key level. The first attempt never got there. Down around that 250 area, 245. So I got tight trailed out on it. I think I had over 100 points on the trade. I think it bounced at 300. And I was short from 403. Pretty much the same trade that I just tried, to tell you the truth. All right, there's that sweep up that we were talking about. But I'm not going to even try the short until we're back below 400. But the problem is I don't want a long up here either. I don't want to be buying tops. So we might just wait till the top of the hour, so another half hour or so. Yeah, Albu, I think the ES is what's pulling the NAS up with it. I mean, NQ's been leading this whole charge to the top side, right? Like ES has kind of been trailing behind. Eventually at some point, I mean, we got to start filling imbalances, right? Like there's so many imbalances below, and we on both the ES and NQ. Oh, Tanner, I'm a firm believer that we got to start filling some of the imbalances below. I don't agree with you. I saw your charts. I saw your post. I don't agree with you personally. And that's okay. And yes, we could still continue to go up for another 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But eventually those imbalances will get filled. Like, we're not going to go to 40K and just continue. It's not going to trade like Bitcoin forever. This is an entire basket of stocks. It's not a single crypto. What's up, Mike Light? Basket case of stocks. It's pretty crazy. I mean, this is an insane move. It's an insane move. Really, I mean, you can go back all the way to like when I started trading, you know, down around in here. I mean, think about that. Oh, Tanner, I disagree. You can look at this daily chart. In the short amount of time that this has gone up, there is nowhere else on the NQ chart that looks like this. There is nowhere else that has that kind of a move. Nowhere. So this is unprecedented. What we're seeing is unprecedented, without a doubt. This is straight up huge percentage points. I mean, we have never seen a 7,000 point move on the Nasdaq. Think about that. I started trading in 2021. The Nasdaq, the whole entire index was at 7,000. This just happened, that move, that big of a move on the entire index just happened in a month. A little over a month. Hey, what's up, Zen Zen? How are you? So this is unprecedented. Yeah, if you're talking about percentages, I get it. Maybe. But this aggressive of a move has never happened. Never. Never. Like, I agree with you. It can still go up. But to say that you've seen this before, you haven't seen this before. You haven't seen this before. That's why they price futures contracts the way that they do. Minis are almost untradeable for the normal retail trader anymore. Like, E-mini contracts are just... It's too much leverage. It's way too much leverage. And the prop firms give you sometimes up to four mini contracts on a 50K, which is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. You're going to pull up a 7,000 point move on the Nasdaq in a month's time? All right, it looks like we're going for those orders up there at 500, 480, 500. Now that we're layering into the top side as well. And there is just, everything is drying up below. Yikes. No, tenor percentages. Percentages I'm not worried about. Right, I'm talking a 7,000 point move on an entire index in 30 days. Look, Tenor, we're just going to have to agree to disagree, brother. I love you, but we're going to have to agree to disagree. But yes, I agree. It can go higher and probably will go higher. It will continue to go higher. Scotto, I don't think it has anything to do with any kind of news. Institutional flow is really the only thing that the market drives on, right? Like, they have targets. They're going to do what they got to do to get to their targets. All we're trying to do is ride their coattails. Jason Shapiro. What's up, Design? Why do you keep shorting the market? Every short that I've tried has gotten into profit, but it's always come back on me. They've all come back on me. I think everybody wants to keep shorting because they know eventually there's going to be, you know, a quote unquote rug pull. And nobody wants to miss the big move, right? Like, nobody wants to, myself included. Psychologically, I know at some point there's going to be that 1,000-point downside day. At some point, I don't know, nobody knows when it's going to happen, right? It could happen 6 months down the line. Who knows? But nobody wants to be sitting on the sidelines when it does happen. The problem that we're running into at this point is when it does happen, it's going to be so hard to catch because the moves are going to be so volatile and so big that price, even if you're in that short position from the top, price is inevitably going to snap back to your entry, right? Aggressively. And then you're thinking, oh no, is it going higher? So it's going to be very, very difficult to even hold on to that short side position if you are in the short. Right? Like none of us have deep enough pockets to weather another 200 points of upside from our short entry. Or maybe we do, but we're not willing to let it go that much against us. And that's inevitably what you have to do on the short side right now, right? Is any short interest is actually probably like layering into positions. So they could be in massive drawdown right now, but then they know when it comes, hey, I might make 500x. The question is, can you stay solvent long enough for that to happen? And unfortunately, you're not doing that on a prop account. Or if you are, they're not paying you out on that prop account. But when you're looking at the daily chart, right, we have always come back and at some point retested a previous swing high, right? We have always done it. So eventually, I can't tell you when, this little gap here will get traded again. I don't know when, I don't know how, but this gap right here will get traded again. And even first look, you're still looking at this area right here will also get retraded again. So higher time frame wise, these two areas on the short side will get traded again. At some point. I don't know when, but it will get traded. But could this keep going up for another 3, 4, 5,000 points? Of course. Of course it could. Shorts are squeezed. This is a short squeeze. If I've ever seen one, this is a squeeze. This is definitely a squeeze. I mean, you think about it, any institutions that did have short positions on, right, have now had to flip long just to hedge that position, right? So now you just have all these buy orders stacking in, and it's just driving price higher and higher and higher. But at some point, there's going to be some profit-taking event, right? Like out of one of the big players in the market, and then that's going to create that waterfall. And the move down will be aggressive. Straight up leads to straight down. So this move back through this area is probably going to be just as violent, if not more, when it does start dropping to the downside. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a news event that pushes us there, right? Like, I don't think it's going to be a news event that pushes us there. If a nuke was dropped and Q would be at 48,000 design, you're probably right. I mean, if that's where targets are. I mean, we're at 650. Let's see, is there anything? I only have looking up to 30K, but I mean, this whole move up, the interest has been skewed. All the larger orders have been stacked to the top side. I haven't really seen anything of big size be put down below yet. I think when this starts skewing towards the downside, where we start seeing interest down there at 29.1, 29K, 28.9, you know, all those major psych levels, when those are bigger than what we're seeing to the top, I think that's when you'll start seeing some of that profit taking to the top side, and you'll start see some rounding. But man, oil could be $500 a barrel. Nothing will bring the market down. Yeah, what's oil at right now? $98 a barrel? I mean, ES is still pushing all-time highs. ES looks like it's heading for 7,500. Who knows? Maybe the ES wants to go hit 8K or something like that. NQ obviously pushing all-time highs again here on this next surge. But yeah, I was not feeling the market today at all. I think I even said it in Discord. There was nothing that made me want to trade today. Have you guys ever had those days? There was nothing that was like, hey, this looks like a great trading day. Right? I mean, I had a couple decent trades, but nothing to write home about. But I never, I don't know if my heart just wasn't in it today. But for the first time in a while, I sat down at the charts and saw what we were doing. And I just wanted nothing to do with it. I traded, but I didn't feel like trading. Does that make sense? Oh, no, design. Needed $25 to get a payout and blew the entire... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the worst. That's demoralizing. That's tilting. Without a doubt. I don't know. Every now and then I sometimes want to take a break, you know? Just from the charts, just so I can get my mental in check. Like before I was streaming and doing all that, I would take time. I would take a week off. You know, let an entire week settle down, especially when we were trading all-time highs. I wouldn't trade all-time highs prior to this. I would just let it do its thing and wait for the pullback. Obviously, I would have been waiting a lot longer on this move than I have in the past. Like, that looks like a good move off 480. We obviously have exhaustion in the buying there at 480, but I don't trust it. I don't trust the short side at all. And I think that is a large part of why I have hit that spot where like I didn't want to trade, is because you're only looking for one side. Tell you what though, my long-term portfolio looks great right now. Yeah, Martin. I think like it's just, well, and you've been there since day one too, as far as streaming and content is concerned. On top of that, yeah, the days become long. Oh, design. You were trading 4 different symbols. Gold. Oh, I can see on gold. Gold was kind of gross today, huh? YM looks like if you just got long early, you were okay. But I can see that too. And then you have ES and NQ just kind of grinding higher, but looking like a short. Looking like they finally want to roll over a little bit. Won't be able to walk for at least a week after today. I'm sorry, brother. I mean, it happens. Like, you're not alone. That's the one thing I can say. It doesn't make it any better. There's nothing I'm going to be able to say to make it any better. That's for sure. But you're not alone. Many people have walked in those shoes. I don't know that I've ever been that close to like a payout and not gotten there. Right? Like $25 away from a payout to a blown account. That's I've been there on an evaluation. I have been there on an eval where I've been close to passing the evaluation. You get within that last little bit, like especially if you market exit, right? You market close out of your trade and you end up only a couple dollars shy, right? So then you go chasing those couple dollars. And the next thing you know, you're down 100. Then you've lost 400. Then you've lost 1,000. Then and then the account's gone before you know it. I mean, guys, should I just click buy and let it go to 500? You know, like that's where I'm at right now. Is just click buy and let it ride. I mean, there is zero selling pressure all of a sudden. I know, but yeah, but where's the entry, you know? Or do I just keep adding into it back down into below 430, you know? Watch, I click buy up here, and I get caught in the 300 point sell off. That would be my luck. I'd click that buy button and we get some news headline. We get some news headline that just rips the market to the downside instantly. No stop. I've also found myself way sized down as well in this market, regardless of what account I'm trading, whether it has a bigger balance or not. I have found myself putting an initial on with 1 micro and only DCAing that position, and if it goes in my favor, just letting the 1 micro run. I honestly can't remember the last time I traded a mini. It's been a few weeks. And I haven't had that happen to me throughout my whole trading journey. This is the first time I've said, okay, it's just micros and micros only. And you can make a lot of money on micros, right? Like I've had 1 micro recently go for over $800, you know, a 400-point trade. That's a pretty big day trade on the Nasdaq. Yeah, Jonathan, 4 to 5 micros only for you. Yeah, I haven't even hit 5 micros recently. I think my max position size recently has been 3 micros, just because you have to give it so many points of breathing room. Or at least I do. I don't know. Maybe other people have those pinpoint entries where they're not too worried about the 20 to 30 point snaps that seemingly come out of nowhere. I mean, look at gold. Gold is kind of just meandering back down. It's kind of looking like a bull flag breakout. I don't know if gold likes to trade that same way. We've got oil. Oh, let me get these lines out of here. Got oil dropping a little bit. But it's still kind of just floating around that 100 level. ES pushing all-time highs. The Dow. YM is, I don't know, still kind of chopping 50K. Looks like. A little above, a little below, but really just kind of chopping this 50,000 level. I mean, tell me this doesn't look like a good short, right? Like it doesn't, like it looks like a great short. It looks like this could snap. But I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, we have aggressive sellers. Right? They're present. They're sellers present. We kind of didn't get to those previous highs. Held below. You have exhaustion in the buying. We have sellers present. Everything says everything says we can short this. But you have this high that could serve as a bounce, right? You have this high that we've broken back above. That could be a break and retest for another long. I mean, am I wrong here, guys? Does it look like a good short T? It looks like a good short. I'm not shorting it. Martin, it could be. It could be. But those orders go in as sell orders. Well, I tell you what we'll do. Let's you got we're gonna go a little like Tory Trades action here. We'll draw the flag. We'll put a micro long on. Back above 460. And we'll see if it's just another short side fake out. I swear, if this nukes, if it nukes, guys. Yeah, Jabo. I mean, I've got my higher time frames over here on my other monitor that you guys don't see. I just like the hourly is pretty much higher lows but lower highs now, so it's starting to like wedge out a little bit. But where it's consolidating is above the, you know, the wick highs. The wick highs from overnight. So just above the overnight highs. So to end the session, I would assume we either push, you know, continue the move up, or we might fall back into that overnight range. Are we going to get through? Yeah, Mohammed, NQ does look weaker than ES today, which is a little unusual because obviously NQ's been leading this move up, but maybe ES is just playing catch up to the NQ. You know, maybe that's why NQ is kind of not moving as aggressively. All right, guys, we're long. Well, now we just sit here. See if NQ wants to fall back down. Or if we can get... If ES wants to keep pushing, I don't hate this entry. I just think it's going to be slow developing. Even if it does run back above 500. Like I said, we've got those orders sitting up there, even up towards 650. So that could be where NQ wants to try and head. We get above these highs, I'll probably go break even on this trade. The new hourly candle on NQ and ES both look like they might want to explode to the top side. Maybe I should give this room a little bit more room. Let's give this down to below 420. And then at worst, I'm pretty much break even on the day. No matter what, on a day where I didn't want to trade. And let's pull this up towards 600 just in case. Just in case. Go like 575. Hey, what's up, Sleepwalker? No, we did all RTH streams last week. Last week. In fact, we're going to be doing RTH afternoon sessions for the foreseeable future. Not so much Globex anymore. And then it will drop. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say that the Nasdaq's going to drop anytime soon. I thought we were going to get it this morning. I thought we were going to get that pullback towards like 29.1. And it really just couldn't. I don't even think it got below 2. Did it get below 2? Or was it 250? Was that the low down there? Yeah, so like 250 I think was the low. Sleepwalker, it's a little bit slower. But honestly, my streams during the Globex session have been slower anyway. Analytics-wise, just because of how crowded that time slot is now. I mean, you've got the rocket scooters. You've got Rip streaming at night now, whenever he so chooses. So my views dropped off drastically. So, I mean, we're getting pretty much the same amount of views now as we were during the Globex streams recently. Everybody just tunes into those bigger channels. And that's what YouTube recommends, is those bigger channels. All right, this should be the move that has a little bit of follow through. I probably should, man. I wish it would have pushed there. Yeah, design, but that's, you know, like they control the algorithms. So like when people search live futures trading, right? Like the top of the recommended is going to be those bigger channels, the ones with the more views. So my channel ended up getting buried behind all those bigger channels. Rocket Scooter, Rips. Man, another failure there at 480. So yeah, we were going from having, I don't know, 250 to 300 concurrent on the live streams to having like right around 100 maybe. Yeah, design. We're now streaming on Kick and Twitch too. And do I use Bookmap? So my trading platform Quantower has its version of Bookmap down here at the bottom. It's called Dom Surface, but it's very, very similar. But no, I don't specifically like Bookmap itself. Trademark Bookmap, I don't use. But really, these candles are delta order flow candles that you see on the charts. So this pretty much gives you the same information as this. This is almost easier to read than this is. Oh, thanks for tuning in. Been watching the channel for a little while? Yeah, no, I appreciate you. Even though you don't trade, you've been watching the channel? Even better. You just trying to learn how to trade? Nat gas up 5.6%. Oh, nice. All right, let's get that push through 480. Let's go run 500. This market has come to a halt. We are going sideways all of a sudden. Yeah, man, we have a few things coming out. Obviously, we're going to be producing some content on the new indicator suite and terminal that we're getting ready to launch. So there's going to be obviously tutorials on all those indicators coming up, as well as instructional videos on that. But I'll be honest with you, the thing I want to do most as far as long form content is concerned, where I think there's this big misconception, and we kind of alluded to it earlier, is just the dynamic between what's presented on social media. And obviously hypothetical, I'm not going to be name dropping or doing anything like that. But hypothetical, hypothetical trader A that brings in affiliates that's trading this, that posts, hey, I've got this amount of payouts, and what the reality actually is for some of those people. Because I think there's this horrible misconception that like somebody says, hey, I've gotten 70,000 in payouts. I've spent 40,000 in I've spent 40,000 or 50,000 in expenses to get the 70,000 in payouts or whatever. And then that equals I'm a profitable trader, right? Hey, what's up, WCT? How are you? When the fact of the matter is that doesn't equal a profitable trader, right? They run a profitable business. They run a profitable business, right? So they're green P&L on the business itself. But that does not equate to profitable trader. Because, like, look, guys, the fact of the matter is they can't trade the way they do without their affiliates, right? Without the freebie accounts, they can't do all that. What's up, Big Frank? They can't put on the size that they do. They can't trade the way that they do. So, and I think there's this misconception, and unfortunately, the way that it works is, you know, you're incentivized with the affiliate structures the way they are. The free accounts come with the more people that use your code, right? The more people that use your code, the more accounts you sell, the more giveaways you have for your community. Some of them probably use their free accounts. Some of them might not. Some of them might give away all their accounts like we do, right? Like, I don't know what they do with their free accounts, right? I'm not in those back rooms. But yeah, it'll just be hypothetical. There won't be any name dropping, but just discussing the dynamic. Big Frank, you normally join the evening stream? The afternoon stream feels different? Yeah, the afternoon stream, like, you'll see more trades, I think. You'll see more trades. But yeah, you probably, for a little while, the numbers aren't gonna, it's not gonna be as active probably in the chats. Because we're not gonna have as many viewers. But yeah, it does feel different. It definitely feels different. All right, we're still holding up okay. I still don't have any reason to get rid of this position yet. I'm probably just going to let it play out. We saw that order up there at 650. I don't know if we have a 200-point move with the volume that's happening today going into the close. That order, if you guys notice the extra trading hours, like after the cash close, there's been big moves during that last hour. I'm not quite sure why. And that seems to be when we're making those 100, 200-point moves, is after the cash close. So this might be one of those days again where we just kind of trade in a range up until 4 o'clock Eastern, and then all of a sudden we have some volatility and another big move. I don't know why that happens, but it definitely happens. It's happened a lot recently. In fact, I'm almost half tempted to stay on until... You see what I'm saying? I get long. You see what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. Yeah, Scott, no offense, but I don't trade based on what anybody in the chat says. No offense. I'm not going to listen to you or anybody else for my trades, for my trade ideas. Trust me. I've been streaming long enough to realize that in the trading space, there's always somebody in the chat that knows exactly what's going to happen at every second. Hey, what's up, Chris? How are you? Yeah, there's always someone in the chat saying exactly what's going to happen. All right, back up we go. Just another volatility shakeout, apparently. All right, let's see if we can go run that 480 level this time. Go crack 500. Yeah, design. I know. Every stream, there's always people that, and I've since day one really. There's always those people that call a move, and then it happens, you know. But then you'll catch them in a stream like 2 days later, and they'll call a move, and they'll get ran over, and they'll go quiet. They'll be wrong, and they'll go quiet. It's trading, guys. I mean, we're going to be wrong. We're not going to know exactly what's going to happen at every point in the day. I definitely am not going to pretend to know that I know exactly what's going to happen at any point in the day. I wish I knew exactly what was going to happen. That'd be great. I'd be a billionaire by now. I seem to get into these positions, guys, where I am just in a trade for hours these days. Did CL ever fully close its gap? No, it didn't really, did it? So the CL gap's all the way down at 95. Oh, Scott, you're trying to learn how to hold a little bit longer? That's probably one of the hardest things to do as a day trader is hold to targets. I think a lot of people see, you know, my 300, 400 point trades and they're like, man, you hold for so much longer than anybody else we see. What affords me the ability to hold for that long is my sizing. To be perfectly honest, it has nothing to do with being pinpoint accurate on entries. It's knowing where an area of interest is and knowing relatively quickly whether I'm right or wrong. And if I'm right, generally it's going to go to a spot that's, you know, that far away. You know, my win rate's in the mid to low 70 percentile on my trades, but that's like largely misconstrued because I take a lot of break evens and those go as winners, you know, a lot of small wins, and I can't really include those in my win percentage. I would probably say I'm probably somewhere between, I don't know, if you take out the break evens, I'm probably somewhere between 40 and 50% on my actual like winning trades. You know, ones that aren't break even. It's just my losses are so much smaller than my winners. Yeah, Scott, the probabilities are obviously in your favor on the long side, right? Like, if you're playing the probabilities game, if you only took longs, the probabilities are in your favor to be far more successful, right? Yeah, Mohammed, I mean, I learned a long time ago that some of the, you know, like some of the guys that I learned from, they only had like a 25 or 30% win rate. It was just they were allowing the trade to work out, right? And I learned from a lot of swing traders more so than day traders when I started out. In fact, my original mentor was a bonds trader of all things. So he was holding for days, weeks at a time, you know, because the bonds don't move like like the US futures indexes do. But what they all did really, really well was execute from the right areas, know relatively quickly when they were wrong, and cut their losses quickly. And allow the winners to just breathe and run to target. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get above that 480 area, make that run up to 500. See if we can get another end of day squeeze to the top side. Yet another one. I mean, once we crack those highs, it could get. I mean, we definitely could start squeezing because that's where sellers are defending. So if we can get above here, I don't know when we're going to run into any kind of resistance. Got a big block up there towards 650. It looks like it's at like 640 or so. Obviously, layered orders all the way up to that. Not a whole lot below. Yeah, see, our institutional risk down here, guys, is saying to operate with a 70-point stop right now. That is a wide stop. Yeah, I mean, 70-point stop is just absurd. But I mean, look at these swings, you know? Like if you're trading minis here, you are you're watching 20-25 point swings back and forth. That's another failure at just below 480. Yeah, Abu, I haven't played around with it. I just put the new one on this morning, so I haven't really looked at it. So guys, all our indicators right now are pretty much going to be in final form as to what you'll be able to see on your end once we do get them through beta testing and all that to work out any bugs. But even I'm still learning. I know, Chris. Yeah. I've like I said, guys, my stop is all the way down below 420. I mean, we're rocking a 45-point stop right now on this trade. So I'm just gonna let it breathe. If it takes me out, it takes me out. There are sellers present here. But I don't trust them. I just don't trust them. I'd almost rather be wrong longing this market currently, if that makes sense. Yeah, Mohammed, they're still protecting that level. The only thing that's keeping me in the long right now, right? Like normally I would have taken it out, but you can see the skew on the DOM and where interest lies is actually up here 550 to 650. There's not a whole lot below. Does that mean the market can't go down? No, of course not, right? Design, sorry, you went long. That's the pullback. I'll let you know when this account falls. Design, don't be rifling through accounts, brother. Just size down. Just size down. I know you're tilted, probably. I get it. I get it. Just size down. Let it breathe. I think as long as we can survive in this area until top of the hour, we're probably going to get a move during power hour. We're kind of just squeezing up into that 480 area. So it might sweep these lows, but I have a feeling eventually we do at least wick above. If not with some continuation follow through. What's the daily candle looking like right now? Yeah, I mean, just a little wick on the top side. Guys, if you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. We've got about 60 people in the stream right now. I know it's not the 300 that you're used to seeing on streams, but that's probably how it's going to be for a little bit. This is what we deal with during RTH because, well, this is when all the big channels are streaming as well. Hey, Zen Zen. No, I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting the channel. Oh, nice, Chris. You've had a good day. You've had a better day than me. What you see is actually my entire day. It's my entire day today. So I have made $92. Well, and going down right now. I have made $92. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, I said it earlier. I wasn't really feeling it today. When I woke up and saw where we were and what had happened overnight as far as the trading was concerned, I just was not feeling the market at all. Had one of those days where I just didn't want to trade. We are just chopping everybody up. Everybody's getting chopped. Yeah, Zen, this is this is pretty bad. Let's see if we can get a move here in the last 20 minutes. Close this hourly candle strong here in the last 20 minutes. Kind of a muted day today. I think everybody's just kind of waiting for CPI tomorrow. Oh, Chris, you gave back 9 days worth of... Oh, no. Do I think there is an ultimate time to trade in the day? No, not really. Not really. Obviously, there's going to be times where volatility is ramped up, like the opening of any session, really, whether it be Asia session, London session, or New York session. Obviously, the volatility and volume is going to be different, right? But I don't necessarily believe that. I found that I don't trade real well during the overnight session. I feel like I see price action a little bit better during the New York, like the mornings. Generally, that first hour or two of the New York session is when I probably trade my best. Gotta love a 200-point move up and down. No, I was talking about right now, Martin. All of a sudden it's picked up, though. It looks like sellers are trying to come in here. We'll see if they can push it back down. back down towards those overnight highs. If we get back below those overnight highs, guys, we're looking at probably a doji daily candle print. I mean, that's the most sell side. I'm not a mute. Oh, 1 second, guys. All right, looks like sellers are trying to get price back down here. Is it? Yeah. All right, is that better? Robo voice. Yeah, Chris, I mean, that would be the retest of the overnight highs would be that 405 area. But let's face it, we could bounce here. We barely swept this low and have bounced from it. I'm almost half tempted to add here. We have a little bit of latency. That normally means there's a surge of volume coming in. All right, guys, I'm 2 micros long now. Average entry is 46. Probably need to change this. See if we can get buyers to push this back up and not sell off 450 strong like this. It's not what I wanted to see at all. Just pretty much have to survive until power hour here. I'm hoping that the new hourly candle closes somewhere here around 460. Or this hourly candle closes somewhere around 460, and then we get that surge of buying into power hour. Kind of just floating break even right now on this trade. Everything's just slow grinding. Doesn't matter if it's to the top side or the downside. The elevator music fits perfect right now. This is ridiculous. Like you can't even get like a good snap. All right, we're coming into IBH and opening range high here. Let's see if buyers want to defend that or if we're going to fall back into the middle of the range. It's looking like it's going to fail. I'm not seeing any buying interest all of a sudden. Come on, just hang here till the new hourly candle. Just hang right here. Stop it, Nasdaq. Quit being ridiculous with your slow, grindy nonsense that keeps you in a position no matter what. All right, get back above 450. Come on. Let's go. Oh my goodness, guys. It's just, it's stuck. All right, there we go. Now let's push back up to 460. We got about 7 minutes till the new hourly candle. Oh my gosh. I think I'm caught on the wrong side of this move, guys. I'm gonna hang in there, but I think I'm on the wrong side of this. Somehow I'm gonna be the one trader that loses on the long side in this market. Gotta be authentic, I know. I know. And it's happening so slowly. Like, that's what's bad. Like, normally my short side losses, like when I'm long and I'm in a losing trade, they happen really quick. This is just kind of slow grinding down into my stop. Because my stop is just below overnight highs, and it's just kind of slow grinding. It's not getting really aggressive to the downside. So it almost forces me to stay in the trade, because we all know buyers can step up out of anywhere here, anywhere above those overnight highs. So I really can't let go of my position until those overnight highs. Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you? All right, we got 3.5 minutes to the new hourly candle. I'm okay with this position anywhere above those overnight highs. Oh, that's so obnoxious. That is so obnoxious. They're going to do it. It's going to happen right here before the new hourly candle. I have a feeling. It's going to time up perfectly. yeah, it's so obnoxious because it's so predictable what's happening here, right? Got a minute and a half. Watch this. Watch this wick those overnight highs right at the new hourly candle. So gross. It's so gross. There it is. 1 minute to spare. Well, that's a loss, guys. I mean, I'm down, what, $87 now on the session? Oh, it's so gross. $30 seconds till the new hourly candle. I don't want to do this anymore, Grandpa. Well, that's too bad. Oh, it's going to bounce from here. I already know it. Look at today, guys. I even said it looked... Just not seeing it clearly today, that's all. Yep, there's the exhaustion. Here comes the bounce. Let's see if we can get back above overnight highs. Here we go. It's so... Anybody gonna try the overnight high long? Are you gonna try the short? You're gonna try the break and retest overnight high? You like 336? Honestly, if it gets down there, I would be thinking they'd be trying to get the daily lows. To be perfectly honest, I think we get down there. We're probably going to be targeting probably that like 250, 240 area. I mean, it's starting to look like... Yeah, Chris, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we get through here, actually, it's probably the push back down to try and take those lows. Let's see here. Nope, there's still all that interest to the top side. Yeah, I don't hate this as a good bounce spot. You've actually swept below those overnight highs. Bounced prior day's highs there at 383, so Friday's highs. Starting to see some exhaustion candles here. I'll be honest with you, though. I just shouldn't trade. I shouldn't trade any of this. Point of control is at 329. Yeah, let's see here. I've got POC at 340, 345. Nice little move to the downside here. Finally have a little bit of downside. Yeah, Adam, I'm kind of in the same boat. I woke up this morning and wasn't feeling it. I should have known, and I should have just taken my $130. Obviously, you come on stream and you want to trade, right? But I sort of knew that after I watched my short trades not really play out all that well, I should have known that I'm not seeing it that clearly up here at these all-time highs. I think anything back above these overnight highs, I like the longs. So I'll put a long order there at 406. All right, I'm long again. See if we can get back above 420. I am going to protect this position, though, and go break even relatively quickly just in case we do get aggressive to the downside. But I kind of want to see, because that would be a nice downside wick on this hourly candle. We could get a nice move up from here now that we're back above. So let's see if we can get some follow through with the buyers here to push this back up towards 450-ish. And then maybe we can go target that just above 500 on this push. And see if they want to buy it up into the close with all that interest sitting up there towards 600. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. This is the first time it's kind of looked like sellers have control in a while. All right, here we go. Let's retrace that move. Let's get back up towards 450. Let's see if buyers can find the oomph to push us back up towards 500. What's up, Phantom Panic? How are you? Tanner, you were in one mini by mistake. Oh no, Tanner. All right, here's that 430 area. If buyers can push through here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my stop up to at least lock in $10. All right, Martin. You're always going against the trend. It works for you, Estrada. Hey, what's up, Falco? How are you? All right, nice little move back up here. If we can get above, we'll say 450. If we can get above 450, we could have a nice little move here for the rest of power hour to the top side. So another 20 points or so up, and I like continuation. Yeah, Adam, I mean, I see it. I think it's worth giving it that breathing room here. You got the opening range and IBH sitting at that same price right there at 437. We'll see if buyers can pop through there. I'll be out at 415 though. If it comes back. So it did kind of sell off of that. Let's see if buyers can defend 420. Man, price is jumpy around that 430 area, huh? All right, stopped out. Made back a little bit of what I lost on that previous trade, though, so it's okay. I'm only down $71 on the day. It's minimal. That's probably going to be my last attempt. I don't know that I'm going to get into anything else. It's looking like we could just chop out into the close here. Still 45 minutes till the closing bell. Yeah, this is looking choppy. This is looking choppy. All right, guys. I tell you what. I'm going to call it there for today. Not feeling the trading currently. So I'm sorry. I'm going to bail a little bit early. Down 71 on the session. Down $71 today in total. So not too bad for having a bad trading day. Down $71 doesn't bother me too much. If you guys are continuing to trade this, trade safe. Stay patient. I'll be back live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Good luck the rest of the way, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace. guys.